Hello yogis, I know a lot of you are feeling like your wrists, hands, forearms might be getting a little tight. That could be from being at home a lot more on your computers, or it might be from doing more yoga classes. So if you are one of those people who has a bit more time on their hands and doing more yoga than usual, then maybe you're feeling a little tight through your wrists. So today's short sequence will be focused on finding freedom. So starting with your hands interlaced in front of you, you can be kneeling or sitting cross-legged, whatever's more comfortable, and just starting some slow circles through the hands. So you're just keeping your fingers interlaced, so you just got that gentle bind, and just start to really loosen through the wrists. Allow them to be soft as you circle. Might be a few cracks and pops as you release a few air bubbles in there, and then start to rotate the opposite way. So might not feel very coordinated, but just starting to circle in the opposite direction. So just starting to find a little movement there. Then bringing your hands to heart center, press your palms towards each other, but lift your elbows up. So you might lower the hands and lift the elbows up towards you. Keep your shoulders down and relax. So it really is a pressing movement through your hands, so that you're stretching your wrists. And don't be surprised if one arm comes a little higher than the other. We love to think that we're symmetrical, but one side might be more open than the other. Gently pressing down, feeling that gentle release. And start to relax your arms. You're going to bring the tops of your hands together this time, and gently start to press them towards each other as you start to bring your elbows down towards the earth. So stretching through the front of your wrist this time. Just be patient. Just find that stretching sensation and just pause there and breathe. And it might feel nice to have some circular movement. So you're starting with your tops of your hands touching, and then rotate the hands towards you, palms touch. And keep rotating, turning the hands under, rotating back up and over. So might just need to get into your rhythm as you come into that movement. One more. Press the palms back towards each other, lifting your elbows, shoulders down and back. And then you're coming to either all fours or staying in a kneeling position depending on how your wrists are feeling. If you're able to come onto all fours, then coming onto hands and knees. Otherwise, if that's a bit too much for you, just stay on your knees and your hands next to you. And we're just going to start rocking forwards and back. So just bringing some gentle motion. Having a little bit of extra weight into the hands. Stretching through the wrists. If you're on hands and knees, same rocking motion, forward and back. Just right up on hands and knees into tabletop instead. One more. And start to bring your fingers out to the side. And then you'll start to move from side to side this time. Just shifting the weight left and right. Just moving smoothly, no rush. Then once you've evened up on both sides, come back to center, fingertips back towards you. So whether you're staying on all fours or whether you want to bring your knees in closer, completely up to you, but just starting to hinge forward and back. And this one might really start to get into the forearms as well. So just a gentle rocking motion. Keep the breath moving. And on the next rock backwards, pause there. Just enjoy that stretch and release. Be patient. One more breath. And then gently release. Give your hands a bit of a shake out. And bring your hands onto the ground, hinge forward and pause. So either on your knees, on all fours, your choice. But just leaning forward. And start to bring the hands further back if you need to, if that's more comfortable. But just coming to a point, so you're not straining yourself to stay here, but you are stretching through the wrists. Breathe. And then at the end of your next exhale, come back to center, release the hands, give them a bit of a shake. And you're just coming back to those circles through the hands, so interlace your fingers and start to rotate through the wrists. After holding those stretches and compressions, now just finding some gentle, loose movement again. And then the opposite way. Right. Then we're going to come into a forward fold, so coming up onto your feet, and you're going to come into gorilla pose. So you're going to slide your hands underneath the balls of your feet, and then you're going to bring some weight into the balls of the feet. So you are restricting blood flow into your hands. So this is a good one to release through your knuckles and your fingers, but also the top of your wrists. So you are bringing your toes right up to your wrist creases. So you're standing right on top of your hands. So congratulations, you're all in a handstand now. And so bringing some weight into the balls of the feet, into your toes. Just allow your head to hang heavy here. And you can either find stillness, or you can just start to press your toes down, like tiny little pedaling movements into the hands. Head is heavy. Take one more breath. And then gently release the hands from your feet. And maybe just taking a moment to either shake the hands out, or you can reach for opposite elbows, have a little rock from side to side. And then you're either coming into a second round, sliding the hands underneath the feet, or you can flip your hands around so that your palms are down on the ground, and then you're standing onto the tops of your hands. So bend your knees as much as you need to slide the hands underneath. And then allow the head to be heavy again. And you are bringing some weight into the balls of your feet. Maybe coming back and pressing the toes down towards your hands. And then finding stillness here, restricting blood flow into our hands, so that when we let go, we get that fresh oxygenated blood throughout the hands, giving them a rinse out. One more breath. And then slowly release. Coming down onto your knees. Maybe giving your hands a little shake out if that feels good. And then interlacing your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Open up through the chest. And with the bind through the fingers, you're going to press the hands away from you. So you're opening up through your shoulders, but what you're not trying to do is press your palms towards each other. If anything, allow your palms to separate so that you're holding the bind through the fingers, but that in turn is stretching through the front of your wrists. So allow the palms to be separate, keep the bind through your fingers, and lift your hands away from your lower back. Now you're welcome to stay upright, or you can start to curl forward, bring your forehead down onto the ground and lift your hips and your hands up.
opening through the shoulders. Now my forehead or the top of my head is touching the ground, but all the weight is in my knees. So you're not bringing weight into the crown of your head here. One more breath. Then slowly release.
Coming back up to kneeling, release the hands. Give them a shake out. Now bringing your hands to heart center one more time. Finding your circles. And just starting to observe how your wrists are feeling now compared to the start of class. Do you have a bit more freedom? Less crackles and pops. Then bringing your hands back to heart center, pressing down. And remembering you can revisit any of those poses at any stage. Maybe when you're sitting at your desk, you might do one or two of them during the day just to get some movement back out through the hands. Or you can repeat this class again. So I hope you've enjoyed our wrist, finger, hand, forearm opening sequence. And please revisit this at any stage. And have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.